Hey there, Danny here. Welcome to my ramblings. Sorry I'm back a little late. Been working a lot of hours. I told you in the last video that I was going to tell you about your prayers. And when you pray for something and you it can't just be something you want. It has to be something almost to the point of desperation. Maybe it's other things, but for me, this is how it was for me. So, as a child, my mother would not allow my father around us. And if he was, he had to be supervised, and he had to take my cousin with us, because then it would be kidnapping. She had all these weird things. So I really didn't have, once I turned like 7 or 8, I really didn't have my dad in my life for a while. And that was solely because of her. I didn't know it back then. But I remember being a teenager and crying, hysterically crying, and begging God to bring me a man that will love me forever. Because I so missed my dad. And my mother was very, very nasty and abusive verbally. And I didn't ask for specifics. And as I got older, he gave me 2. He gave me my sons. And as they grew up and I realized my prayer was answered, he gave me 2. He gave me more than I asked for. And at that point was when I started realizing, okay, other things. Like after my arrest, and I told you in a couple of previous videos of me on my knees that winter night, crying and saying that I needed strength and I didn't know how to move beyond what was going on at the point. He gave me the strength to do it. I mean, it's not going to come in the form that you want, though. And then when I started, asking in prayer, saying that I'm working towards fixing myself and making myself a better, decent person, so I can find the one, the man that's going to love me for who I am, and I'm going to love him for who he is. And I didn't quite know what that looked like. I knew what I wanted. I wanted somebody that was going to be gentle and kind with me, that was going to have good morals and values, and had a good work ethic. And I spent a lot of time, because I do delivery, so I'm out in the car a lot by myself. So there's a lot of time to think. So my mind would daydream and wander and fantasize off into what I would like. And I didn't have an idea of what they looked like. I knew with my children and from getting healed from after my arrest, I knew that when the prayers are answered, that they're not always going to look what you think they are. They're not going to be exactly what you think they are, but they're what you need. And see, I had prayed for a man to come love me. At the time, in my head, I thought it was going to be like a boyfriend or a father figure or something like that. But had it been that, had it been a man or a father figure, at some point they could decide that there could be distance between us and it could have ended. Having sons, they're always going to love me because I'm their mother. And do you see how it's not always what you expect? And I can tell you that now that I am in a relationship with an amazing man. He's got a great work ethic. We work well together. We talk about the hard conversations. Nothing's left for us to be afraid to talk about. We are open about whatever we need to be. And I can just see us going forever. We just we're extremely compatible, and him and I were having a conversation about the compatibility, and compatibility isn't, we like the same music, we hang out at the same places. That's not really compatibility. Those are your choices and the things that you like. Your compatibility should be based on your morals and your values and your work ethic. It should be based on the important things. As for the things that you like, yes, you and your significant other should have some things that you like to do together, but I think that you should have some things that you like that they don't like, and vice versa, because then that forces you to go out and enjoy those things independently, because you don't constantly want to be everything. You got to have some time apart. So that's how he answers your prayers. They're not going to come in the form that you want. They're going to come in the form that you need. And you don't necessarily always know what you need. I have no regrets. I am extremely grateful and thankful, and I can't tell you how many times I will look up to the sky and say thank you. And just be so grateful for the blessings that I've had come into my life lately. 2024 is turning out to be a truly amazing year. If nothing else comes out of this year, this relationship is phenomenal. Mind you, though, we've known each other for 18, almost 19 years, and we had a great friendship prior to us dating, and we both talked about it, and neither one of us think we couldn't have had a relationship back then. Neither one of us were where we are now. It had to wait until this time, and the truth is I have absolutely no regrets. Like I said in the last video, we're out in public, he'll grab my hand, he'll put his arm around me. I feel important. I feel like I'm a priority to him, and that's important. Now, he does have children. The children are his priority over me. I don't want to come before those children, but I'm the next priority after the kids, and I know it. I feel it. He makes me feel safe and secure, which is something that I have always wanted in a relationship, and I've never had safe and secure, where I could 100% be myself and not be afraid to express myself for fear of judgment or anything else. I don't have those fears here. I can 100% be me. We both can, and there's some nervousness because it's a relationship, but it's easy. There's not a lot of, we're not getting to know, we're getting to know each other on like our past level, like when we were kids and things like that, because we didn't share that stuff before we decided to jump into a relationship. But now that we're sharing, stuff from our childhood and our younger years and stuff like that, it's way more comfortable. And I always talk about having that soft place to land. And I have it. I 100% have it. I feel appreciated. And that's really huge for me. And I hope that I am able to make him feel like he is the sexiest man on the face of this earth. Because in my eyes, there could be nothing sexier than him. There just couldn't. I look at him and I see a God. That's all I can say. I see a God. He's in my opinion, he's perfection. Although he's not perfect, and I wouldn't want him to be perfect, but it's an amazing thing. So that's all I had for you. That's all I have for you today. I will try to be back here sooner rather than later. We're working on getting me caught up with, because I've been behind a little bit because of the fucking accident. So we're working on getting me caught up and keeping up with his bills, and we're just working a lot. And we're actually bringing in a lot, so we figure maybe a month or so and we'll be able to be sitting pretty well. So and we're both driven, so we're both out there pulling the same amount of hours and doing the same stuff. So we come home and we pretty much eat and sleep, but that's the way it is for the moment. We'll get past it, and as we start to pursue our future together, it's the sky's the limit. I have to say that he's heaven sent. Just like I always joked before that God's gonna have to drop him into my RV, he pretty much did. It was somebody I knew, but I did not expect. This was the farthest from my mind that this relationship would be it. And now that it's doing, now that we're there, 100%, we both know. And that knowing there's a comfort in that knowing. And we freely talk about our future together and things that we want to head for. So yeah, it's been wonderful. So learn to love yourself and find your true authentic self, because once you do, you start to put a better you out into the universe, and you start to attract better. And that's when you find your soul tribe. That's when you find your people. And as you start to do that, your world opens up and you start to look at things a lot different. You look at it as not as the glass is half full or half empty. You look at it as, I can refill this glass. And life changes drastically. So stick with me. You need any help with learning to love yourself or find your true authentic self, please feel free to reach out. I will gladly help you get there, because it's a whole different world. And when you get here, in the beginning, you're scared because you're like, oh, I hope I don't fall back down there. You can't. You don't know it while you're going through it. But once you get out to the other side and you love yourself and you found your true authentic self, you know that you'll never fall back into those old patterns and those old dating things that you had, because you've changed and you're able to see it immediately. And you're going to notice, at least for us, a lot of it came down to an energetic connection that we just felt when we were in each other's presence, which we kind of had a connection before, but neither one of us were ready or able to be in doing what we're doing together before, which was fine, because I can honestly say I 100% trust him. There's no question in the back of my mind that I would ever have to doubt trusting him. And it's like I said, it's easy. It's so easy. It's as he put it, it seems too good to be true, but it's not. And we're learning that as we go. So stick with me. I'll have some more videos in a day or two. And we can go over some more stuff. I got a couple of other things that I've got written down that I'd like to do a couple of videos on to give to you guys. Again, if you need any help or whatever else, feel free to reach out. I will gladly help you with what I can. Anyways, have a great day, guys. Love ya. Bye.